Have you ever been right on the edge of something good? A relationship that was finally going well, a goal that was finally within reach, a version of your life that was finally starting to feel right, and then watched yourself destroy it? Not because you wanted to, not consciously, but almost as if some part of you that you cannot quite see or control stepped in at exactly the wrong moment and pulled it all apart. This is called self-sabotage, and it is one of the most confusing, most painful, and most universal experiences in human life. Buddha identified the root of it with extraordinary precision, and understanding what he saw, truly understanding it, is the beginning of finally being free from it. The first thing Buddha would tell you is that self-sabotage is not stupidity. It is not weakness. It is not a character flaw that makes you fundamentally broken.
It is a protection mechanism, an unconscious, automatic, deeply ingrained protection mechanism that developed, usually in childhood or in response to significant past pain, to keep you safe from something that hurt you before. The mind is extraordinarily good at pattern recognition. When something starts to look like a situation that previously produced pain, even if the surface details are completely different, the unconscious mind triggers a protective response. Sabotage the situation before it can hurt you. Leave before you can be left. Destroy before you can be destroyed. Fail before you can be failed. The particular shape of your self-sabotage is a perfect map of your particular wounds. The person who sabotages relationships the moment they get close was likely deeply hurt or deeply disappointed by closeness at some point. The person who sabotages their own success the moment it becomes real was likely taught, directly or indirectly, that success is dangerous, that it invites envy, that it makes you a target, that the people you love will leave if you outgrow them. The person who sabotages their own peace the moment it arrives was likely raised in an environment where peace was always the calm before a storm, where relaxing meant being caught off guard, where safety was always temporary. None of these patterns were chosen. They were learned, absorbed, installed by experience before you had the consciousness to evaluate them. And now they run, automatically, below the threshold of awareness, shaping your choices and your responses in ways you do not fully understand and cannot seem to control. Buddha said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." The second teaching is about the role of self-worth in self-sabotage. Buddha observed, and modern psychology has extensively confirmed, that we consistently act in alignment with our beliefs about what we deserve, not what we say we want. What we believe at the deepest level we are worthy of having. If you believe, somewhere beneath the surface, in a place you rarely examine, that you do not deserve lasting happiness, that the good things in your life will inevitably be taken away, that something about you is fundamentally unlovable or incapable, you will unconsciously engineer your life to confirm those beliefs, not because you want to suffer, but because the mind prefers familiar pain to unfamiliar goodness. Because the known, even when painful, feels safer than the unknown. Even when the unknown is everything you have ever wanted. The third teaching is the practice of catching the pattern in the moment. Buddha prescribed what he called mindful awareness, the capacity to observe your own reactions and impulses as they arise, before they have fully translated into action. The moment before you send the text that will end the relationship. The moment before you drink the drink that will undermine the progress. The moment before you pick the fight that will destroy the peace. In that moment, if you have been practicing awareness, there is a pause, a recognition. This is the pattern. This is the protection mechanism. This is not reality. This is a response to something from the past showing up in the present. And in that recognition, just the recognition, you have the possibility of choice, not the certainty of the right choice, not the ease of the right choice, but the possibility. And possibility, real, genuine possibility, is all healing ever requires to begin. The fourth teaching is about the practice of building new evidence, the unconscious beliefs that drive self-sabotage. You are not worthy, success is dangerous, closeness leads to pain, were built from experience. And they can only truly be dismantled through new experience, through the accumulation of evidence that contradicts the old story. This is done slowly, deliberately, through a series of small, consistent actions that prove, to the part of you that is still operating from old data, that the world is different now, that you are different now, that the things that hurt you before do not have to define what is possible for you now. Let someone a little closer than feels comfortable. Stay with the goal a little longer than the fear says to. Accept the good thing without waiting for it to be taken away. Each of these small acts of courage builds new neural pathways, new stories, new evidence for a different conclusion. You are not broken beyond repair. You are a person whose protection mechanisms served you once and now no longer do. And the gentlest, most powerful thing you can do, for yourself and for the life that is waiting for you on the other side of the pattern, is to see that clearly and begin, one small, courageous moment at a time, to choose differently. Save this and share it with someone who keeps standing in their own way without understanding why. Subscribe to Tathagata Wisdom, because every single day we bring you the wisdom that helps you finally get out of your own way and into the life you were always capable of living.